So that's Ammon Jerro. Not dead after all. Glad we made sure of that before running into his labyrinth of demons.
Yes, he is alive, and he is much more powerful than Tales ever indicated.
More powerful than some wizard, anyway.
More powerful than you, Quara, and you would do well to believe me.
So what now? We imprison him? Throw him to the watch?
Tell me you're joking. He'll send the entire district to the abyss and then he'll come after us.
Justice must be served. But I am not certain he would find justice within Neverwinter's walls.
We could throw him off the docks.
I say we get what we need from him, then take care of him. No one needs to know.
He murdered Chandra Jerro, and he must answer for it. But we will not answer murder with murder.
I'm sorry. I still don't understand what went wrong. Was there no way to stop Chandra from doing what she did? It just makes no sense.
There is no sense to be made of it, Grobnar. Now we must simply accept.
It is our leader I am worried about.
The will of Ammon Jerro is broken, and this makes him dangerous. But no, it also makes him of use. Do not show Ammon too much mercy. One such as he may not find such things of use or comfort. Know that Ammon is the enemy of the Githyanki, and all he has done to fight the King of Shadows. It would be well for us to share words with him. If his knowing becomes ours, our strength increases. Speak to him and see where his allegiances lie.
Why did you bring her to my haven? Even though she was of my bloodline, you knew she did not have the strength to survive there. If you had known what you were walking into and left the matter to me, she would be alive and I would still be at my full power. But yes, I bear responsibility for her death. The Jerro bloodline now only resides in me. And the King of Shadows, he has won a victory against us this day without striking a blow. I have fought the King of Shadows before. As soon as I became aware of the threat he represented to Neverwinter, to the realms, I fought him. I have made pacts. I have studied him, tried to learn his weaknesses and the extent of his power. And always it has been a war with few victories. Surely you know of the ritual of purification. You should know that I have performed part of the ritual myself already. Without it, we cannot strike at the King of Shadows, and the battle is lost before it begins. The King of Shadows was once a defender of the Ilfarn Empire. While now evil and corrupt, it still holds true to its original purpose, to destroy all that threatens Ilfarn. That is irrelevant. The threat to Ilfarn still exists. Their once ancient enemies, the Netheril, still live on in the City of Shade here in Faerun. And traces of Netherese magic can still be found running in the veins of many wizards and sorcerers within the realms. The City of Shade will be its first target. Then it will soon turn its attention to all who carry magic in their blood who live in Faerun, and wipe them out, one by one. Once it breaks free of its prison, it will attempt to reach the City of Shade. Its journey will turn leagues of teeming land into a lifeless road to its destination. Even worse, it will feed on everything around it to gain strength to destroy the city. The Sword Coast, the Mare, Neverwinter. All these places will be consumed. And should that fail to move you, the King of Shadows will do everything he can to murder us both. After all, together we are the only ones with a chance of stopping him. Why do I wish to stop the King of Shadows? Perhaps this is a question you should ask yourself, since your motivation in all of this has been unclear from the start. Does he threaten you specifically? Do you feel that the Sword Coast cast beneath shadow would be an unwelcome thing? All life turned to death and ghosts? Or perhaps you would simply sleep better at night, knowing that a twisted remnant of the Ilfarn Empire was as dead and buried as they are? I think you will find we are of the same opinion on the matter, though I suspect our methods differ. I wish to stop the King of Shadows because he is a threat to not only the people of Neverwinter, but to the Sword Coast and Ferron itself. That is all, and while simple, it is the truth. Despite whatever onus has been placed on my actions, desperate measures were required to stop him the first time, and will be again. More can be saved as a result, and that is all that matters now. Yes, an unpopular idea for anyone who does not truly see the threat to this plane. And that, Captain, is why you will need me in the times ahead, and why I will bear your presence for now. The King of Shadows is no mortal creature. He is not human, more a force than anything else. But there is something that can harm him. Those shards you have, they are part of the Sword of Gith.
Kalakcha.
Once the King of Shadows was driven back by Githyanki warriors wielding hundreds, maybe thousands of those blades. But the Sword of Gith is more than a simple silver sword. It can wound the King of Shadows, like it did once long ago. A part of the blade got lodged in your chest in the battle in West Harbor when you were a child. And whether you like it or not, you are now that weapon. The more shards you gather, the stronger that weapon becomes. Together, we can stop the King of Shadows, and we must. Because you have no choice. And because if you know anything about me, you know that all I have done has been to fight the King of Shadows and to protect Ferron from him. I have completed part of the ritual of purification. If you kill me, the battle is lost as soon as my heart stops beating. Without me, you cannot win. Whatever punishments you think I deserve, I will suffer 1,000-fold. Well beyond anything your small mind can imagine. But I will strike at the King of Shadows before I leave this plane. And you will have no stronger ally than I in this, both in knowledge and power. Then we must gather our forces against the King of Shadows. Even now, his presence is extending from the Mare of Dead Men. The high road has become impassable. My scouts, now vanished, reported legions of shadows and undead stirring within the mare, and a sphere of darkness expanding from the heart of the swamp, killing all life it touches. We cannot stop him alone. With my powers weakened, my demons are no longer bound to me. You will need an army to face him.